Hello, it's James from CoolSmartphone.com here. We've got an O2 Joggler, which Lee reviewed about a year ago, I think, and he wasn't overly impressed. There wasn't many apps available for it at the time, and we've now got it running Android 2.2 thanks to the community mentioned on the in the article. So yeah, it's running Android 2.2, and I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough to show you what it can do. This is the lock screen. We've got clock, date, weather, and then we've got an agenda widget here, so you can scroll through all of those. That's beautiful widgets on the left. This is part of Colorize widget. It's a collection of about 7 or 8 different widgets, and we're using Widget Locker as the lock screen. That allows you to place as many widgets as you can fit on your lock screen, basically. And then at the bottom we've got the unlock bar. One last thing about this though is we've got weather animation from the lock screen there. So yeah, we unlock it using this bit at the bottom, and now we're into the launcher. This is Btl Launcher, which allows you to have a long horizontal dock along the bottom. So you can just basically put as many shortcuts as you want along the bottom of your screen. Again, we've got beautiful widgets, so you can get the weather again from that. And then this is extended controls, and you can change what you want on the power bar. I've got Wi-Fi, media scanner, lock screen, and brightness. A few things about the Joggler is it hasn't got any hardware buttons. You have to use sort of built-in software ones. In this corner we've got home. Here we've got menu, here we've got back, and then in this corner we've got power. So that lets you reboot from there. The other thing is I'm using Button Savior, which lets you have some buttons at the side, which in some programs you get stuck in full screen and you can't get to the buttons along the top. So that's good for that. If you're not too keen with this bar along the bottom, you can place the docks at either side, so you could end up with 3 docks or 1 at each side, however you want to do it really. There's a lot to play with. It's based on Btl Launcher, so you can use any of the themes that are available for ADW, and you can also resize widgets. I've resized the clock widget to fit onto the screen. Next up then, we've got screen to the side. We've got, again, it's Colorize widget, which has an agenda one and a bookmark one. There's also a contacts one, a Twitter style one, a Facebook type one. What else is there? There's about 5 or 6, and that's available for free on the market, so you can try that one out as well. Over here we've got a widget from Music Mod, which is a music player which has like a full screen music widget, so you can just control your music from there quite easily. So that's playing now. I don't know whether you can hear that. It'll probably jump in, yeah, and that just takes you straight through to the app itself. And then you can pause that and then hit home, and we're back to where we were. You can have as many screens as you want. You can just keep adding them. I think it goes up to about 7, something like that, so you'll soon fill them up. I've just gone for 4 really. So yeah, that's the basics of the Joggler. I'll just remove that. We've got a few apps that make this sort of stand out quite nicely really. I've already shown you the Colorize widgets and Music Mod. Next up we've got something called Gmote. We covered it on one of our recommended apps a few months ago. It's basically lets you use your screen as a mouse or a keyboard for a computer, but the other part of it is it has, I'll show you, we might get into it here, browse. Here we go. Yeah, it lets you browse any computers on your network that you've installed the Gmote server software on for music, basically, and you can play music back on the device or on the computer. This stored music, that's on my one of my network drives. You'll find all the music on there, and we can play something. So that will load that up and play the music for you. Just pause that. So yeah, you can scroll through any network shares you have, any computers, shared drives, that sort of thing, which is a handy thing to have. You can, because it's got a 3.5mm jack on the back, you can connect it to your stereo quite easily. So you could stream the music from your computer to your stereo quite easily using that app. Next up, we've got an app called Btl Player. I've had quite a few people mentioning over the last week or so when we've been testing this about lack of radio apps, and this is an old version of Btl Player, and it will play any of the oh, if it didn't force close it would anyway. Live radio. Yes, here we go. It should play Radio 1 in a second. Hopefully not have to wait too long. Hopefully not have to wait too long. This normally only takes a second or two. Try a different no, it will give up on that. Just kill that off before it crashes too much else. Yeah, that normally works. That's embarrassing, so sorry about that. Next thing to show you is the Sky Plus app. That works quite nicely. It's a full screen TV guide basically that lets you record, as long as you've got a Skybox, that is. It lets you record anything from the app onto your Skybox, but it's nice and full screen, and works nicely in landscape. So that's that one. That's one worth trying out anyway. Let's just get back and see if there's anything else to kill. Try and keep on top of the running apps. Memory management on sort of devices like this that it shouldn't really be used on is it's a good idea to keep on top of it and kill off any non-essential apps. So yeah, we've got calendar built in, you've got the Gmail built in, you've got your contacts built in, calculator. All of these things are quite handy to have. Sort of, I use it in the kitchen mainly. It's very handy to have all these things sort of in the kitchen at hand. Google Maps works nicely. Even the traffic layer on that works well, so you can get an idea of any traffic problems before you go out to work, that sort of thing. We've got Plume, a nice landscape Twitter app. Yeah, that was from the weekend. Yeah, that works nicely in landscape. I think the latest version of the ROM forces a lot of apps to work in landscape, so things like TweetDeck and stuff like that will work nicely in landscape as well. There are recipe apps available. They work quite well on this, so you can look at recipes in the kitchen. Wikipedia works well. Another notable app, oh no, that's the wrong one, is something called Pulse. Pulse is a newsreader, and again it works nicely in landscape. This takes you to our feed. We've got a few other websites on here. It's just low. It's updating dozens of streams at the moment. So here we go. We pick one of our latest articles. scroll through it and it'll load it up. So yeah, that's nice. You can add as many streams as you want to this as possible. We've got a lot of different websites, news feeds on here. Let's just get out of that. Kill that off because it's quite a... oh no, it's not even in there. So yeah, you've got the other option is with music is to stream the music from like Dropbox or SugarSync. Google Music doesn't yet work on this because this runs Android 2.2 and Google Music is 2.3, so that's until somebody works out how to get 2.3 on this, then Google Music's not an option. Let's have a quick look at the gallery app. That works quite nicely. It isn't even on there. As you can see here, we've got quite a few apps installed. And you just saw a little glitch there. You do get a few odd graphical glitches when you're in the app drawer. It seems to use up more of its power than it's got, and you get a few glitches. So yeah, the gallery works nicely. This is showing a load of wallpapers I've got. So yeah, that's it. It's at the moment the Joggler goes for about £50 on eBay, approximately. You need a USB stick for it. I've got an 8GB one in here, so I've got space for pictures, music, and the core Android system itself. But you can use, I think 4 is the minimum for the image. But the details of the forum where you can find all the information out about how to do this is in the main article. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.